In the presidential election this time round, all the candidates, Mr. Tharman, Mr. Tan Kin Lian and Mr. Ng Kok Song are all big on social media. As a digital marketer, I can't help but have opinions about their social media strategies. In this video, I break down and discuss their digital strategy as well as their content strategy. Disclaimer here, as I am not a political expert, I will refrain from commenting about each candidate's strategy from a political point of view, only from a marketing standpoint. When it comes to social media marketing, you can reach out to people through three ways only: owned media, earned media, and paid media. In terms of owned media, all three candidates are using it extensively. They are posting lots of content on their own Instagram account, TikTok account, and Facebook page. They are also getting plenty of reach on these platforms. All three are doing very well in that regard. It is neck to neck. Next would be earned media, which refers to free publicity through other media channels or people sharing your content or talking about you. Mr. Tharman has a slight edge here given that he has big media channels like SGAG talking about him quite a lot. Well, he has done well in forming relationships with the content creators. However, the other candidates, Mr. Tan and Mr. Ng, are also putting in effort on the earned media front. They are appearing in podcast interviews on YouTube channels, even though the reach is quite limited. The thing is that we do not have big independent political media channels in Singapore, so there is only so much they can do here. Thirdly would be paid media. Apparently, Mr. Ng is the only candidate employing paid media strategy here. He has ran about 50k worth of ads on Facebook to date, according to public sources. I think this is a great strategy and I'm surprised that the other candidates did not tap on paid media. You see, with owned media, you only reach out to your own followers. These are probably the people who will vote for you anyway. The thing is that Facebook is like an echo chamber. The algorithm tends to show you things similar to what you have clicked on before. For example, if you click and engage with Mr. Tharman's post, then Facebook labels you and you see more of Mr. Tharman's posts on your newsfeed. This means when it comes to owned media, the reach is very confined to a certain group of people and with high frequency. Think of it like a squash ball bouncing around in the same confined room. In my case, when I open my Facebook newsfeed, I do not see any of the candidates' posts recommended to me at all because the algorithm deems that I do not have such interest. But with paid media, it is different. You can go beyond your confined group of people. You basically choose the targeting and put yourself in front of people who are not exposed to you otherwise. That's why in the US, Donald Trump spent $19.4 million on Facebook ads and he had a very successful campaign. In fact, Facebook paid media strategy is very common in the US elections. Facebook ads works well because it is native ads, not banner ads. Native ads means that the ads are mixed in with the organic posts in the newsfeed and most people cannot tell them apart. It's like the ads are camouflaged in your newsfeed, so people just consume them without thinking they are ads. This is unlike banner ads, whereby our eyes automatically filter them out. This is why Facebook ads is so effective. I think running paid ads might be a touchy issue because the candidates do not want to be seen as paying money to buy votes. At the end of the day, paid media or owned media, the content matters a lot. So let's look at content. The three candidates each have their distinct style when it comes to content. Mr. Tan comes across as being more personable as he does a lot of selfie videos and Facebook Live about his life. This is a good strategy from a platform point of view. Facebook and TikTok's algorithm prioritize live stream content right now. Of course, live streaming is more challenging because you have to be spontaneous, right? And you have to be careful not to say anything wrong because there's no PR team to filter your content for you. So I think it's commendable that Mr. Tan does Facebook Live. In fact, he gets tens of thousands of views per live video, which is great. When you're trying to get organic reach on Facebook and TikTok, you have to play by their rules. The problem is that the algorithm is a black box, so you just have to post different content formats and see which one works better. Right now, live streams are still being favored by the platforms, both TikTok and Facebook, especially since the platforms are competing with each other to be the preferred social network. Mr. Ng, on the other hand, has a different content strategy. He posts a lot of educational tips for his audience. Here's the thing, why do people go on social media? People go on social media for two main things: education and entertainment. But because election is a serious matter, you cannot expect the candidates to be doing dancing videos to entertain their audience. Hence, Mr. Ng went with the education strategy. He posts finance tips for young people and health tips for the seniors. One of the content pieces he posted about how he stayed healthy at 75 years old went kind of viral. As a result, he has the most followers among all three candidates on Instagram with over 100,000 followers. Kudos to Mr. Ng. The thing is that not all young people are interested in politics. Some might be politically apathetic, but everyone is interested in staying healthy and saving more money. So using educational content to get their interest is a good idea. One thing that all three candidates could have done better is to start posting content much earlier. All of them started only 1 to 2 months leading to the election. Everything being equal, the algorithm will favor social media accounts with a longer history of consistency, because that means you are here to stay and add value to their users. So if they had started planting the seeds earlier, their posts would have gone much further and they would have that extra mileage. That was a missed opportunity. Also, none of the candidates have a YouTube channel. They have Instagram, TikTok and Facebook page, but not a YouTube channel. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world and should not be underestimated. In marketing, we always want to be different. So if your competitors are not on this channel, it's a good idea to be on YouTube, especially for a serious topic like an election. Furthermore, YouTube is great for long-form content and therefore the chance to embed more persuasive information. Okay, let's put aside digital platforms for a moment and talk about persuasion. I will reference Dr. Robert Cialdini's 6 principles of persuasion to discuss each of the candidates' approach. The 6 principles of persuasion include likability, authority, consensus, consistency, scarcity, and reciprocity. In terms of likability, all three candidates are sharing snippets of their personal lives, such as their favorite food, their favorite hobbies, etc. to create the likability. People tend to like people who are similar to them. So establishing common grounds using Singaporean food is a good idea to relate to people. In terms of authority, obviously all of them are very well credentialed. They also bring up their credentials as much as possible to let audience know that they are up to the job. It's not easy, but the candidates are striking a good balance between likability and authority. Next is consensus, which is the use of social proof and endorsements. I am impressed that Mr. Tharman even has video testimonials of people saying good things about him. He has endorsements from common people and other authoritative people, which is a very good diversity. Consistency as a principle of influence is also used by some candidates. Basically, humans have a need to be consistent with their past actions. So the candidates who have taken part in the election before just need to remind the audience that you have voted for me before and you should vote again. The last 2 principles, scarcity and reciprocity, are not applicable in this case. It is more relevant in the commercial world. As I was going through their social media pages, I was struck by the extent of overlap between commercial world and political world in terms of marketing. We also employ a lot of the same strategies for SMEs, such as video testimonials and paid media. I think when it comes to the use of social media in politics, we are still at the dawn of a new era. As politicians ramp up their social media presence, there are a lot more things to look forward to. Thanks for watching this video. Do like, subscribe and press the bell notification button so that when new videos are released, you will be notified. I'll catch you soon.